Yes, friends. So today we will be seeing about why digestion is very much important to our kids, right? See, hope you people know that most of the kids would maybe facing the issues relating to the digestion. Okay, for some kids, it may be they may be constipated mostly often, or for some kids, whenever they eat the food, they go to poop out often. As soon as they eat the food, they go to pooping out, and most of the kids would be facing the problem of malabsorption complaint. Even though you are giving the nutritious food, okay, you may be consulting the perfect nutritionist, and you can give the very proper or the wonderful food in the world. Even though we are giving the very good food, very good diet, but the food our kids are eating, their absorption capacity is very limited, right? So even though we are giving the nutritious food, the nutrient is not used up by their body. Okay, so what is the reason behind that? Why our kids, our the differently abled kids are suffering from this issue? Okay, let us see about that. So before moving on, why our kids are having this issue, first, let us see about the nervous system in our body. Okay, see, our body, the nervous system is divided into three types. Okay, see, one type is enteric nervous system. So, you people have heard about the nervous system that starts from our head. Got it? That starts from our head and it descends down along the spinal column. From the spinal column, it is getting branched out all over our body. In all over our body, we are having the nerves. There is one more nervous system called the enteric nervous system. Okay, and you know where that nervous system is present? That nervous system is present in our gut. Okay, that is the nervous system, special nervous system. That nervous system is present in our gut. Okay, and this nervous system is having the same number of neurons, and it is also having the same type of network the brain is also having. Just like how the brain is having a separate network for the nervous system, this ENS, shortly we call it to be ENS, it is also having a separate neurons, everything, neural activity, everything is there in the gut. And where this ENS is present, the ENS is present at the back of the layers of the intestinal tract. The intestinal tract layer will be there, no? That submucosal layer will be there, no? So behind that one, the ENS is present. Let me show you. And this ENS is all the time communicating with our brain. Let me share you the picture so that you can understand. See, observe, friend. So this is what it is. See, it is nothing but our GI tract. Okay, GI tract. See, observe the yellow lines are there, no? The yellow layers are there, no? So these things constitutes the enteric nervous system. So this is the outer layer of our GI tract. Okay, or you can say it to be the gut. Okay, so in the gut, inside the gut, the layers of muscles is there. So under the layers of muscle, the enteric nervous system is that network of neurons, everything is that. And again, inside the submucosal layer of our GI tract, you are having another nervous system. Okay, so this is the nervous system. Got it? Enteric nervous system. And this enteric nervous system, it is connected to your brain. Okay, it is connected to your brain by means of the vagus nerve. So this is our gut. Got it? And inside the inner lining of the gut, we are having the enteric nervous system. And this nervous system is communicating with or interacting with our brain by means of this vagus nerve. Okay, so previously it is believed that the brain is controlling the nervous system, controlling the enteric nervous system. But now the recent studies shows that most of the time the enteric nervous system is talking to the brain. The brain is a listener most of the time. 90% of the time, the brain is a listener. Okay, how the brain and enteric nervous system are connected? By means of the vagus nerve. Okay, so in case if you are cutting the vagus nerve, okay, we are cutting off the vagus nerve and you are cutting off the connection between the brain and the enteric nervous system. In such a case also, the enteric nervous system is responsible or it's capable of functioning on its own. Okay, maybe if it is connected to the brain, it can function optimally. But If the connection between the brain and enteric nervous system is cut off, or if the vagus nerve is being cut off, in such a case, the enteric nervous system won't die at all. It can again do its work, but 80 to 90% of the work it can do on its own. Okay, so we can say that the gut is the second brain. We can say that the gut is the second brain. Okay, 90% of the serotonin, 90% of the serotonin is produced in our gut only. It is produced only in the enteric nervous system only. Got it, friends? And how much amount of the dopamine our brain is producing, the same amount of dopamine is also produced in our gut also. Got it? And the gut is producing almost 30 types of neurotransmitters. Okay, so what the neurotransmitters are for? Again, the hormones, so that are responsible for communication between the two neurons, right? So it is producing almost 30 types of neurotransmitters. So it is just like a brain. Okay, now, so the same way the brain acts, your enteric nervous system can also act. Okay, the enteric nervous system can experience, it can record. Your enteric nervous system is having the memory also. It can record the experience, and the enteric nervous system can also take the decision according to the previous experience. See, now you tell me, when you are being stressed out, okay, you feel like eating a particular food. Have you ever felt that one? You are craving for a particular food when you feel stressed out. Why? See, how is it happening? Because your nervous system is having the capacity to record the past experience. Okay, and it is also capable of recollecting the past experience, and it is also giving the decision, or it is able of coming to a conclusion based upon the past knowledge or the previous experience, just like our brain is also doing. Got it? So the enteric nervous system is very, very much important. Okay, the enteric nervous system, along with the microbiome in our body, the microbiome population in our gut, it is able to produce lots of hormone in our body. Got it? So you people have heard of the microbiome population. That is, our gut is filled with millions and millions of that is microorganism or the bacteria, right? So those bacteria or the biomes are of three types. Okay, so one is good one is neutral one, and the next one is bad one. Okay, so the good bacteria, okay, the good bacteria is just like us, right? So whichever things that is good for us, it is good for that bacteria also. Okay, so that bacteria thrives on the things that whichever thing that is good for us. Okay, whereas the neutral bacteria will be there, no? So the neutral bacteria is just there. There is no harm to us, or you can, there is no harm. It won't make any harm to us. It won't do any good things to us also. So it is there, just like that. Whereas these bad bacteria will be always, they are, what you say, they are all the time looking for the chance. They are all the time looking for the chance to act upon. So whichever thing that is bad for us, it is good for those bacteria. Okay, so they will be all the time looking for the chance. If the chances are getting up, they will be acting on us, right? So our enteric nervous system, along with a healthy microbiome, it is producing lots of hormones that are responsible for keeping our mind so calm. Okay, keeping our mind so peaceful, are the hormones that are responsible for keeping us in an emotionally equilibrium state. Got it? So like serotonin, something kind of things like that. Whereas this bad bacteria is responsible for producing all the things, all the hormones that are responsible for anxiety, depression kind of things. Anxiety, depression, irritability, frustration, these kind of things. Right? And this healthy microbiome, it is also responsible for producing the more digestive enzymes. Also, they also produce the vitamins. So it is much, much important to maintain the health of our enteric nervous system, and we must also ensure that the good bacteria is in the right population in our gut. Okay, because if the good bacteria population is lessening down, in such a case, the bad bacteria will be gaining the control, right? And the bad bacteria would be directing us or dictating us to a different thing. Have you ever heard of the gut feeling? Okay, so we would be saying that we are not supposed to supposed to ignore our gut feeling, because the gut feeling is from here, right? It would be giving the instinct feeling, right? That is why. And this good bacteria is giving you the good moods. Okay, it is giving you the good moods, a sense of calmness or a sense of goodness from your mind. Whereas the bad bacteria, it is leading you to anxiety or depression. So these bacteria are capable of dictating who you are. These bacteria are capable of designing your personality traits also. So the gut health is much, much important. Got it? And then one more thing, let me share you another picture. See, observe. See, observe. So this is the vagus nerve. Okay. The yellow thing is there, no, friends. The yellow thing is there, no. So this is the vagus nerve. Okay. And this is our gut. And from the gut, the vagus nerve is all the way connected to the brain, right? So if there is a malfunctioning happening in our gut, by means of vagus nerve, it is going to be contacted into our brain also. Got it? See, there is a thing called blood-brain barrier. Okay, blood-brain barrier. The same way we are having inside the gut. The blood-brain barrier will be inside the head, right? Whereas the same way we would be having the gut-blood-brain barrier. So what is the functionality of this? See, our intestine is that. Got it? When we are eating the food, right? That time when you eat, the nutrients would be coming. The same way toxins will be there in the food also, in the form of like pesticides and fertilizers also. So the intestinal linings are having the intelligence of what to allow through the intestine and what not to allow through the intestine, right? They will be having the intelligence. They will be allowing the certain things to pass through the intestine, whereas the toxic things are not allowed to pass through. Whereas if we are thriving more on the things that are unnatural to our body, okay, unnatural to our body, so those things are capable of reducing the intelligence, or they are going to deteriorate or disintegrate the cells that are responsible for those intelligence, right? So what happens when the cells that are responsible for preventing from the toxic food entering into your body is getting damaged? So the toxic things may get into your gut. By means of gut, they by means of the vagus nerve, they may go and reach your brain also. And if the population of the unhealthy bacteria, if the population of the unhealthy bacteria is high, in such a case, what happens now? If an unhealthy bacteria dies, unhealthy bacteria dies, it would be producing a toxin. Okay, so if the gut lining, that gut blood brain barrier cells are spoiled by means of the wrong food we are eating, in such a case, what happens now? The unhealthy bacteria will be there, no? So that unhealthy bacteria may enter the gut, pass through the gut. The toxins may pass through the gut. So absolutely, it will reach the brain. So in order to, if you want to maintain the health of your brain, for the health of our kids, the brain, right? The digestion or taking the gut health is much, much important. Much, much important. Got it? So, because most of the things happening here, most of the time, the ENS is talking, the brain is just a listener, right? Got it? So, what I suggest now, you have to take care of the kids' digestion, right? The kids has to poop out in a proper manner, just like the normal people. That is much, much important. Okay, so how the kids are pooping out, that you mother, as a mother, you have to personally see. Okay, whether they are digesting properly or pooping out, or it is coming as diarrhea, or they are getting constipated for the next 2 or 3 days, they are not pooping out at all. Okay, so sometimes they are not pooping out. Oh, that's okay. What is the problem? After third day, they are ultimately pooping out only. No, it's not like that. Just like every normal person, our kids should also, as soon as they wake up, they have to poop out. Okay, and the poop, that the fecal matter should also be a properly digested one. You have to see, being a parent, you have to see how your kids are pooping out. Okay, the elimination is important. And when we observe, the recent study shows that in the autistic kids, right, the unhealthy microbiome population is much higher. Unhealthy microbiome Population is much higher. See what we have seen, this unhealthy microbiome is responsible for all the things like anxiety, irritability, frustration, depression, everything kind of thing. Okay, so we must focus on improving the gut health or the healthy, improving the population of the healthy bacteria. See what are the things that improve the good microbiome in the gut? The things that are more rich in fiber. The things that are more rich in fiber, juicy. So especially fruits. Okay, fruits and the vegetables that are of juicy in nature. Got it? And what are the things that feed, or what are the things that are becoming the food for the unhealthy bacteria? So it is nothing but the highly processed fat, highly processed salt, and highly processed sugar. Okay, so being a working parent, it is quite difficult only. Yes, I understand, right? Because the most of the when we compare it to India, in United States or in UK, you people mostly the food is based more upon the processed things, that is frozen foods, right? Frozen foods, or whichever things that you freeze and then you are making use of that one. Okay, so ensure that the most of the food that you are making is as fresh as possible. If the most of the diet, okay, the diet or the food you are having is more highly very processed from the factory, or it is frozen all the time, it is going to feed the unhealthy bacteria. Got it? Then the next thing, the highly processed thing. So the things like pasta or pizza or burger, something kind of things which are rich in highly processed fat or highly processed salt also. The namkeens, something. So whichever thing. So that is also going to feed the unhealthy, unhealthy biome in the gut. Got it? So thrive more on the Indian based food. Okay, the Indian spices would be there now. How to improve the healthy biome in our gut? The Indian spices, pepper, dhania, right? Cumin seeds, fennel seeds, fenugreek. They play a major vital role in improving the digestion. Okay, so what I suggest now, you make a decoction of these things. There is no overdosage of these things. Have you ever heard? I have given 2 spoons of cumin powder so the child gets spoiled or the child gets sick. Have you ever heard? I have given 3 spoons, 3 fennel seeds into my, I have overdosed my food with fennel seeds. So we got sick. Have you ever heard about that? No. So there is no overdose in these our indigenous spices. So what you can do now, you can make some decoction of those things. Just add 1 spoon of fenugreek, fennel seeds, cumin seeds, and dhania, and you can make the child drink all those things, those decoctions, or you can add those decoction with the water in which they are drinking. Or else, what you can do now, you can change your food, your family, the whole diet can be made to more based upon our Indian foods. Okay, the turmeric, everything. Got it, friends? Yes. And yeah, as long as possible, try to your best in order to stay away from the processed fat, sugar, or salt, or kind of frozen kind of foods, kind of things like that. Ensure that the child is not getting constipated. Okay, and it is advisable to take trifle. It is advisable to take trifala, and in trifala also it is made out of 3 berries from our India only. Okay, from our India only, and there is no overdosage. But even though I am an yoga instructor, I am not an Ayurvedic practitioner. Okay, so what I suggest you now, you get the suggestion from either an alternative therapist. You please consult an alternative therapist, like either you take homeopathy or Siddha or Ayurveda. Just ask the physician how to improve the gut health of the kid. The digestion has to improve. Also, the elimination process has to improve. Got it, friends? And the kid is urinating also. You have to observe the smell also. You have to observe the smell also. The urine has to be a light yellowish only. It should not be a thick yellowish color. And after the kid is passing out the urine, right? It should not smell, right? If it is smelling also, it means that toxins are inside the body. Okay, so I suggest don't take it for granted, because gut health, it represents how your kids behave, how they are, whether they are happy or not. Okay, so the gut health is much, much important, friends, I say. Okay, so don't take it for granted. So whichever system of medicine you believe or you trust, you get the help from them. Okay, get the help from them. So everything, the medicine would be based morely upon the indigenous herbs only. If it comes from Siddha or Ayurveda, whereas it is from homeopathy, it is also totally safe. Whichever system of medicine you like, go consult the physician and get the gut health be ready. Okay, gut health also it should be, and the elimination process also should be good. Okay, that is one thing, right? Triphala is good, but according to the dosage, how much you have to take for your child, that should be determined only by the alternative system of medicine physician. Got it, friends? Then the next thing, so we have seen about the enteric nervous system. Okay, now we will see about other system of nervous system. Okay, let me share you the picture so that you can understand. This is our nervous system, friends. Okay, so apart from that enteric nervous system, our nervous system is divided into two types: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Okay, so the central nervous system is all about your brain and spinal cord. Now we are not going to talk about central nervous system. Our topic is about peripheral nervous system. This peripheral nervous system is divided into two types. Okay, somatic and autonomic nervous system. So somatic nervous system is all about the things that you can do on a voluntary basis. That is, if I move my hands, I do it in a voluntary basis, right? So it comes under somatic nervous system. I move my head, I move my leg, everything comes under somatic nervous system. Whereas the autonomic nervous system is all about the involuntary actions that happen within our body without our control. That is beating of the heart and bladder relaxation, and then the next thing, the movement of what is that, the movement of blood, everything. So whichever things that happens without our control, okay, so that comes under the autonomic nervous system. Got it? And this autonomic nervous system, this automatic nervous system is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so our matter, see that our discussion is all about sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so what this sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system is for? Okay, so the sympathetic nervous system is for our protection. It is a protective mechanism. Okay, so this sympathetic nervous system gets us ready for the danger. It gets us ready for the danger, right? Whereas this parasympathetic nervous system is all about taking care of our relaxation and repair work. Relaxation, rejuvenation, and repair work. Okay, see, for example, you are walking along a road. Okay, that time your dog is chasing, a mad dog is chasing you. Okay, that time what you have to do? Either you have to fight with the dog or you have to run away from the dog, right? In both the cases, okay, you need more energy to your body. You need more energy to your body. Got it, friends? So what the body would be doing now, the body would be releasing the glucose, more glucose into the bloodstream. Okay, and your body needs more energy, right? And the liver will be there. No, if it is a continuous process, the liver will also be releasing the cholesterol so that the cholesterol can be converted into energy. So the blood will be of having more glucose and more cholesterol. Okay, then the next thing, during the fight, what happens now? You may get hurt. Okay, so it will reduce the sensitivity of the skin. If you get hurt, it would be paining for you, right? It will reduce the sensitivity of the skin. Then the next thing, you need more detail. You need more detail, because whether you fight or to run away from the dog, you need more detail from the environment. So your pupils will dilate. Your pupils in the eyes will get dilated. That's what happening. Okay, during in that scenario, it is foolish to make it is foolish to think of your lover or think love making with your partner, something like that. So what happens in that emergency situation? So all the blood supply to the reproductive organs would be shut down. Okay, and what is necessary? The glucose, the energy to the muscles and bones is necessary. So the energy for the digestive organ is not necessary at all. You are in a life-threatening situation. In such a case, absorption of nutrients from the food is not important at all. So what happens? The blood supply to the gut would be totally shut down. That's what happened in the sympathetic nervous system. Got it? Whereas in the parasympathetic nervous system, whereas you are in a totally relaxed condition. You are in a totally relaxed condition. In such a case, more blood supply will be moving to your reproductive organs, and it more supply would be moving to your gut. So the absorption of nutrients from the food would be good. Let me share you the picture so that you can understand. Yes, so this is, see, observe friends, this is sympathetic. If you are much active in the sympathetic nervous system, that gets you ready for a life-threatening situation. Dilation of the pupil, inhibition of saliva. Saliva relates to the digestion. You don't need digestion now. So the saliva production is inhibited and the heartbeat is increased because the heart has to pump the blood to the all the farther away endings, each and every muscle. So heartbeat increases, relaxes the airways, and activity of the stomach is inhibited. The activity of the gallbladder is inhibited. The activity of the intestine is inhibited. Okay, and this one norepinephrine, right? This hormone is responsible for the fight and flight reaction in your body, right? Whereas the sympathetic nervous system, if you are more relaxed, you are more calm, you are not in a life-threatening situation. In such a case, the saliva secretion is stimulated. Saliva is for digestion. It slows down your heartbeat, helps your heart to be at ease. Okay. Then the activity of the stomach is improved. Activity of the gallbladder is improved. Activity of the intestine is improved. And the bladder control is improved when you are more calm. Got it? So these are the differences happening in parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. And you know what, friends? You know what? Whenever kids are behaving impulsively, whenever kids are behaving much impulsively, they are in the sympathetic mode. Okay, when your kids are behaving in a more irritable way, and you know which system of brain is responsible for this sympathetic response? That is the thing that we have seen yesterday. It is nothing but the limbic system of brain. Okay, so this amygdala is there, no? See, this amygdala is there, no? So this amygdala is responsible for the sympathetic response from the body. Got it? So what we have seen, the kids are very special. Our kids are very special in picking up the order. But where they are lagging, they are lagging in how the information is getting processed in the limbic system of brain. The limbic system of brain is responsible for emotional balance, how we are behaving, concentration, and memory. Got it? So the limbic system of brain is responsible for the sympathetic response, right? So most of the time, if the kids are behaving in a very aggressive way, it means that the nervous system are not in a balanced way. Their sympathetic thing is much higher. And by means of breathing, you can balance between the sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Right? See, our right nostril is there, no? Our right nostril corresponds to the sympathetic nervous system. The left nostril corresponds to the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so let us have an experiment, right? Yes, you people close your eye. Just like yesterday, I told you, no, just like yesterday, just think of a very stressful condition. The time you are very angry, you got frustrated, you got irritable, the most worst moment in your life, the moment you became very angry, just feel the anger. Bring the emotion anger in your mind. Feel the anger. Just feel the anger. Now gently open your eyes. Now check your nostril, friends. Just inhale through the left nostril and exhale out through that. Then close the left, inhale through the right and exhale through your right. In which side the strength of the flow is higher?
So, Maitli, so we had to inhale through the right. Is
ரெண்டு சைடுமே ஃப்ளோ ஆஃப் பிரெத்தை செக் பண்றோம் இல்லையா, அவ்வளவுதான். ரைட்டை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு லெஃப்ட்ல இன்ஹேல் பண்ணி விட்டு லெஃப்ட்ல எந்த அளவுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரென்த் இருக்குன்னு பாக்குறோம். அதே மாதிரியே லெஃப்ட க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ரைட்ல எந்த அளவுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரென்த் இருக்குன்னு பாக்குறோம். ஜஸ்ட் செக் த ஸ்ட்ரென்த் ஆஃப் breath in both the nostril. Which side it is stronger, whether it is on the left side or on the right side? Right. It is on the right side. Yes. So whenever we are having a kind of emotion, kind of things like anger, irritation, irritability, okay, that time the right nostril is active. Okay, so by means of breathing technique, what we can do now, you can bring a balance in those things. Okay, just do Anulom Vilom for 2 minutes, friends. See, just close your right nostril. Close your right nostril. You have to inhale through left, then exhale out through the right. Then again inhale through the right, close the right, exhale through the left. Okay, just repeat this process for 2 minutes. Close your right. First start inhaling through the left. Then close the left nostril, exhale through the right. Once the exhalation is done, again inhale through the right. Then exhale through the left. Now continue this process for 2 minutes. Yes. Now finish off the breathing by exhaling through the left nostril. Finish off the breathing by exhaling through the left nostril. Yeah. Got it? Now again check the breath. Again check the strength of the breath in both the nostril. It should be balanced. Right? So, friends, I have to say you one thing. This is not only for our kids. It is for us also. Okay, if and only if we are in a happy mind or happy state, you can approach the kid in the same thing. If you are already all the time in the emotional upheaval, in such a case, how we can? It is quite common. It is not possible at all. How we can approach the kids in a very happy mind state? Okay, so being a parent, so just 3 minutes of pranayama, 3 minutes of anulom vilom pranayama, that helps to balance out our emotion. It helps to balance your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, we can apply it to our kids also if the kid is capable of understanding this one. Okay, but for the some kids, the concept of breath, inhaling through the left, exhaling, so it is quite difficult, right? See what you can do now. Let me give you one experiment. Please, everyone rise up. Please, everyone rise up, friends. Everyone rise up. Yes. Now what you people do now, you just stand on a single leg. Stand on a single leg. You can take support also. Take support also. Fold your right leg. Everyone uniformly fold your right leg. Stand on your left leg. We will be standing for almost 2 minutes or 1 minute. Okay. So take support so that you can stand for a long time. Take support. Uniformly, everyone uniformly fold your right leg. Yes, relax yourself. Again, check the breath. Again, check the strength of the breath. Which side it is? Much
Right side.
active.
Right side.
Right. Others. Yes.
Right side.
Right. Right side. Yes. So it is again a homework for you. Okay. So what you do? Again tomorrow you check relaxedly. Okay. You have to check relaxedly. So which side leg is down and which nostril is much active? That you have to tomorrow you have to say it to me. Okay. So do in a more relaxed way. Then one more technique. See what you can do now. See, take a cloth. Okay, take a cloth. Are you having any cloth in your hands? Cloth or something like this. So you can keep it like this. Okay, keep it. Right? And so that this one is open and this is tightly closed. Or else, no, nothing. Just simply your armpit should be much tightly closer. Okay. So better keep a cloth. Keep a cloth like this. Right? Then you have to check which nostril is active. Okay, it is homework for you people, your parent, right? So one thing, you have to stand in one leg. Got it? You have to stand on one leg and you have to check when the left leg is down, which nostril is active. Got it? Then the next thing, you are keeping a cloth, something like that, and keeping it like this for a long time. For a long time in the sense, almost for a minute or 2 minutes. Then again, you have to observe your breath. Then which nostril is active that time? Okay. So like that, you have to, tomorrow you have to get back to me. So the thing is, by starting it like this, in this way, or by doing in this way, you can activate the desired nostril that corresponds to one particular type of nervous system. Okay. So if a child is becoming much aggressive, in such a case, you can do like this, like that. Okay. But please find all by yourself, right? By doing so, which side it has to be active. Tomorrow we will discuss about that. Got it, friends? Then the next thing, we can make the kid standing on one side. Then another thing is what you can do now. You can make the child lie down. Lie down on one side, especially this side. That is, the right side is down and the left side is up. Okay, if you make the child lie down like this for almost for 3 minutes, okay, 3 minutes or 2 minutes, automatically the left nostril will be active. The sympathetic mode will be, the parasympathetic response will be good. Okay, so like that. So these are the few techniques that you can adapt, okay, to the child. If the child is behaving in an impulsive way, it's not only for the child, but for us also. Sometimes we may feel irritable. In such a case, we can also adapt this thing. Okay, so this asana practice, pranayama practice, it is not simply about spirituality. It is all about balancing between the nervous system. For example, the asana practice is like this. Okay, like this. So when you are standing in this, you are activating one nervous system. When you are doing on the other side, you are activating the another nervous system. Okay, when you do on the right side, you have to do on the left side also. So it is all about bringing a balance between those two nervous systems. Got it, friends? Yes. So the pranayama practice is much important, and these are few techniques you can adapt in your own way. Depending upon your child, you can follow, right? So you people find out. So which nostril is active? Got it? And let us discuss tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be seeing about the importance of sound and the importance of touch also. Why the sound and touch is much important and how it would be much helpful for our child. Got it, friends? Yes. Shall we end the session now?
So if you have doubts, we'll discuss with our other parents also if you have doubts, because today's topic, I think it's a very important topic. Lots of things, came into mind, like leaky guts and how it can avoid. Yeah, one side we have to give the food which is suitable for the kids and things like that. And still, is there any other way we can prevent that leaky gut or to increase absorption also? That's also I would like to talk about. Or do we have a separate session for that, Maithili?
அதைத்தான் வழி சொல்றேன் நான். அந்த லீக்கி கட் ப்ரிவென்ஷன் இது எல்லாமே வந்து நம்ம டைஜஷனை வந்து கரெக்டா வந்து நம்ம வந்து இது பண்ணணும். ஸோ அதுக்கு நம்மளுக்கு கண்டிப்பா வந்து நம்மளுக்கு வந்து மெடிசின்ஸும் நம்ம எடுக்கணும். வெறுமனே நம்ம வந்து ஃபுட்டுங்கிறது வந்து முக்கால்வாசி நமக்கு ஹோம் பேஸ்டு ஃபுட்டு தான். ஹோம் பேஸ்டு ஃபுட் பிளஸ் இந்தியன் ஸ்பைசஸ் நிறைய சேர்க்கணும். நான் சொன்ன மாதிரியா தனியா, ஜீரகம், மிளகு இது வந்து நிறைய நம்ம சேர்க்கணும். நிறைய சேர்க்கிறப்ப வந்து நம்மளுக்கு வந்து டைஜஷன் இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆகும். ஸோ இட் won't happen. It is not a magic. It will happen in a gradual manner only. And you have to include more fiber rich food. That is important. Stay away from the processed fat and processed sugar. That is also important. Got it? And give more fruits and fresh juicy vegetables to the kids. Right? So அதுதான் வள்ளி மெயினா. ஸோ அது கண்டிப்பா ஒரு ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ் சிஸ்டம் ஆஃப் பிசிஷியனோட கைடன்ஸோட கண்டிப்பா நம்ம வந்து இதுக்கு வந்து சப்போர்ட்டிவ் மெடிசின் நம்ம கொடுக்கணும் குழந்தைங்களுக்கு. கண்டிப்பா தேவை.
Maithili, you send me the link for this today's session because it's very important session. I will post it in the group also. So we
Sure,
also talk and do. And yeah, thank you so much, Maithili. It is.
இப்போ நீங்க கண்டினியூ பண்றீங்களா? நான் வேணா உங்களுக்கு
yeah, co-host பண்ணிடுங்க. I will talk with other parents also. We'll discuss.
ரெக்கார்டிங் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிரவா? நான்
recording stop பண்ணிடுங்க. Recording stop பண்ணிடுங்க. You stop the recording and please send me the link.
Sure.